Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tony's Picks Morning Show. I'm Tony T with you here every day at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Time, giving out live replays for today's card. And on today's show, picks from the NBA, another 7-game card from the NBA, action from college basketball. Getting hot and heavy here in college basketball with conference games, and also picks here from hockey. Guys, what we'd ask you to do is give us a like, a thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. It really helps us build our audience when you do that. And set notifications. We have 5 live shows. You don't want to miss any of them because we interact with you here in the chat when you do so. So let's meet the cappers, get right on to work here with the picks, because we don't mess around here on the Tony's Picks Morning Show. Jorge, what's going on?
What's up, Tony? Not too much, man. Just into the New Year slate now. Football's winding down, and basketball's kind of front and center. Rebels can't beat crappy teams, but they sure can beat the good ones. They went up to Utah State and gave them a whooping yesterday. I didn't want to be too much of a homer, but plus 16.5 is way too much. They might have, for their record, they might have the best RPI in the league because Stanford's beaten a couple teams and they went up beat Memphis and now Utah State. So they're fun to watch. Super athletic. Just like football, no complaints. We're not a big time market, but you know what? There's still a lot of money to be made in the mid majors as well.
Yeah, I missed that game for some reason because I thought Utah. Well, we talked about Utah State and Nevada, right? Over a little bit. Didn't cover that one, but they lose out right here to Utah State after a fast start, going backwards. But UCLA, like I said, they've got stones at home, but they don't take them with them on the road. So we'll see how that rolls continues. And I'm just so sick of Nick Cronin complaining about the schedule. Like, again, he goes off on a rant about the schedule. He should just get a job with UC Riverside. 11. All the teams are in California. You don't want to travel, just get a Big West job. Over to El Ninos. What's happening, El Ninos?
Yeah, doing all right. Coming off a 2-2 day there. I think I managed to stay off of soccer for all of 2025. Unfortunately, I already took 2 losses there in 2026, so might have to lay off that for a while. But 2-0 in the NBA, and then again took a shot on the dog there in the NHL, and that didn't go too well. Thought it was a good spot. Looked like one.
Yeah.
No juice lost, so at least I'll take that.
That's the way to do it. Play dogs. You don't lose. When you lose, you don't lose units. So there you go. So yeah, I had a 3-1 day. I did well in college. I took Sacramento Kings. I thought there was a spot for them against Heat. Heat woke up. Heat's a tough team to figure sometimes. Bruins. I didn't do the money line. We talked about that with Solo yesterday. I took the plus. So Solo took it money line, got it through yesterday on the show. Yeah, it was Bruins again with the win at home. It was a little unbalanced home and away so far to start to see what's going to be like that. So this guy's Cronin just needs to just deal with it and stop putting that crap in the players' heads when you complain after every game about the schedule. Oh, dude, we're tired of hearing it, man. We're just tired of hearing it. We don't need to hear that. Also, what did I have? Vandy's going the other way. Again, another missed cover for Vandy. Arkansas just rough shot at them. What was the other one that I had? I had another one in there.
Miami.
Miami. That was my best bet. That was a crush. That was a woo. Miami O kept the O off. Kept the O there. Yep. And I thought it was important for them because a team like that, a program like that from the MAC school, they want to keep this. When you have that undefeated streak, you stay in the conversation. Your program gets in the news. So they got in overtime and made a clutch shot there to force the overtime. Although triple digits on both sides, but exciting MAC game to start it off. So very exciting here in college basketball now as we head into. And I didn't make it a bet. I didn't make a Seton Hall a premium, but I thought that's the way it was going to go. Seton Hall just a rock fight and then kind of let it go at the end with St. John's getting the win, but not the cover against Seton Hall, a team that will fight you, man. They can't shoot, but when you get second, third chances at the basket, you're going to stay in games. That's kind of how they do it. So let's get to the guys of the games for today. We'll start NBA. It is a 7-game card, so with 2 blocks, a block of 4, a block of 7. We start with Cavs and Hornets. The Cavs are laying 3 on the road, total 236. Pacers and Celtics. The Celtics laying 11, 10.5 in some spots, total 226. Nets and Knicks. It is the Knicks here, 11.5, total 222.5. Last one in this block, Pistons and Pelicans. It is the Pistons, 9.5, total 234.5. We'll take a look at the injuries here from these games here. For this January, heavy slate of scheduling in January. So we talked about January, March is kind of a tough month for the NBA, having to jam games in because of the NBA Cup. But let's take a look here at these injuries as we wait for the injury report here to refresh. Let's see. We'll get the games here. Oh, here we go. In these games, we've got Cleveland and Charlotte. It looks like Garland, Merrill, and Strus are out. For Charlotte, Plumlee and Simpson are out. Saloon is probable. For the Pacers in Boston, no Mathurin, no Toppin. Minot and Tatum are out, but Jaylen Brown is probable in that game. And then we go into the Nets and Knicks. It will be no Highsmith, and then Sharp is questionable. New York coming in with a clean injury report, and Detroit and New Orleans in this block. We got just LeVert here questionable now. Detroit was clean last night, but LeVert gets added to this morning to the injury report as questionable. For New Orleans, no Alvarado, no Murray, no Jones. I'm sorry, Jones is questionable. So we start here with Jorge.
I'll leave Charlotte here in this spot. National TV game. Not used to the highlight, but they're just playing good basketball as of late. The youngsters are all coming together. Pretty balanced attack. I got 4 or 5 guys averaging 19 points a game. And Cleveland, I can't see them being too fired up coming off of the Thunder game. Hard to lay 11. I'm going with the Brooklyn here plus 11. I mean, it's a little bit of an in-town rivalry. I know Brunson supposedly called an only players meeting yesterday, and they need it because they're 2-8, and they got blown out by Dallas, who was missing many of their players. So slight lean to Brooklyn in this spot.
Yeah, their crisis management. You got to wonder here with Mark Brown. It's happened with him in the Lakers, with Mike Brown. Happened with him in the Kings when he had that player relation issue there with De'Aaron Fox. It's just he doesn't seem to work well in crisis, and we again it's sort of a long crisis here for the Knicks. We move on over to Al Ninos.
Yeah, kind of like Celtics there to win both halves in that one. Same story here. Again, you could get them at even money. And same story here for the Pistons. I kind of like them to take care of the Pelicans in both halves as well, rather than lay these big numbers. And again, if I were to make a pick against the spread, I could only look at taking the points. I'm just, again, never really interested in laying double digits. So that's how I'm looking at these 2 big favorites.
There we go with Al Ninos. Tell you what I think about these games. Yeah, I like Charlotte here plus the points. They're shooters. Again, Kanipo, Brandon Miller, and Lamar Ball can hit those threes. And Kalkbrenner there, that young kid doing well in the paint for them. Cavs here defensively has not been sharp last 2 weeks, allowing 51% shooting, 43% from 3. The Cavs have failed to cover 6 of 9 with poor defense. That's been the Cavs this year, not covering spreads. So I look to go Charlotte there in that spot. Yeah, these big lines here, I don't want to lay it here. I probably would look to take it with Brooklyn, but it's tough to do it with a team this bad. But they are hitting their threes over the past 2 weeks. New York here can't shoot, and the defense has been lacking right now for this Knicks team. They've been really struggling there. And again, I would probably look at the Pelicans plus the points. This Pistons teams can't make 3-point shots. 33% from 3 over the past 2 weeks. And Pelicans have been shooting the ball pretty well, 49%, 38% from 3 over the past 2 weeks. I'll look at the Pels there at that plus price. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. We'll close that NBA with these final 3 games. We've got Hawks and Grizzlies. It is the Grizzlies at home, 1.5, total 239.5. Thunder and Bucks. Thunder are road favorites, 9.5, total 227. Raptors and Kings, 2 teams on back-to-backs. The Raptors are now up to, from a 4.5-point opening line, now up to 5.5, 6. Raptors impressive last night. Kings choked it out last night, did not do well with rest advantage. We'll see. Look at the injuries here in these blocks of games. It's Hawks and Memphis, still Porzingis and Rashacher out here for Atlanta, 2 scorers. For Memphis, it's Clark, Edie, Jerome, Pippen. Santi Aldama, a good score for them, is questionable. OKC and Milwaukee, we have Caruso, Harnstein, Topic. The good Jalen Williams are out. The bad Jalen Williams is questionable. For Milwaukee, it is Prince, Turner, and Prince out, Turner and Porter questionable. Toronto and Sacramento, remember, both teams in back-to-back, so keep an eye on these injuries throughout the day. Barrett, Murray Boyles, Porter, Walter are all questionable. Hepburn is out. Keegan Murray out for Sacramento. We start here with Jorge.
Yeah, I'll take a lean here with Atlanta. They've obviously gone away from the young trade and haven't played great, but Memphis has, some more issues. They're trying to figure out what they're doing. Probably going to have some tired legs coming back from Europe. So I'll lean Atlanta +2 there. And OKC might have peaked a little bit earlier and coming down, actually getting back down under 2.5, but I don't think there'll be much defense in this game. I think there'll be a lot of points, so over 227.
There you go with Jorge. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I don't think they ran or swam back home, so I'm not too worried about their legs there coming home from Europe. Maybe a bit of jet lag, but anyways, I don't know. It should be an interesting one if the Hawks can. Well, they did actually put up a good fight in their last one, and yeah, it's interesting. I kind of wanted to back the Grizzlies, but obviously they could completely choke in this spot, and it's definitely a spot the Hawks could step up as well, just slightly into the Grizzlies there with John Morant back there in the lineup. Let's see these other games here. Yeah, I'd have to lean to the Bucks here, getting the points again. Yes, can they get blown out? The Thunder sure can do that to you, but again, on the road here, I'll take Giannis and company to keep this one somewhat competitive at home. And yeah, Raptors Kings. Definitely interesting spot here. It looks like Barrett could make his comeback in this one. So even if he doesn't end up playing, I'd have to lean to the Raptors here, just playing the better basketball. And again, I'd try to get this number now if you think he's going to play, because wouldn't want to lay too many more points than this.
Yeah, I'm staying away from Hawks Grizzlies. Grizzlies have not been the Hawks have lost and failed cover 4 straight. Shooting defense an issue. Versace and Porzingis out. Just going to stay away from them there. OKC, they've covered of late. They've shot the ball pretty well. But again, I don't want to lay points on the road with them. Looking at this Kings game, I would look at the plus point. It's gotten too high here now, almost 6. You're going to lay 6 on the road with the Raptors on a back-to-back. No, thank you there. I'll look at Sacramento.
No, I agree with you there, Tony. That started at 3.5. They ain't going to get much higher. If it does, it'll get blasted.
Yeah, I'm not going to look at the what they've covered 3 of 5. Kings had covered 4 of 5 until they lost to Miami. So they've been in pretty good form of late. It was an ugly loss, though, against Miami. But I could see them bouncing back because they have been shooting pretty well over the past 2 weeks at 50%, 39% from 3. And they have been defending the 3. They're not traveling in this spot. But it's not much of a travel from Golden State to Sacramento. Jorge, that's only a 45-minute ride. Well, on a bus, it might be longer. It might be an hour. But still, it's a quick bus.
They're playing 3 games in 4 days and 4 games in 6 days. They're a little tired.
Yeah, a little bit tired there. All right, let's continue here on the Tony's Morning Show as we move on over to college hoops. Getting interested in college hoops here is we're not too far away here from. I tell you, it goes faster from March. We're already into late January, so these teams got to start picking it up here to position themselves in it for an NCAA berth. We'll look here. We'll do it in 2 blocks like we do during the week. So in block 1, we're going to cover the games at 6 Eastern. And include the games here at 5:30 Eastern time. So the 6 Eastern. I always get the Pacific time mixed up. We're going to do the games here at 6 Eastern and include the 8:30 Eastern time games. The games at 9 Eastern and later we'll do in block 2. So in block 1, it is 6 Eastern and include 8:30 Eastern. We start with Jorge.
Let's see, I didn't pick too much in the earlier game. Let's take a quick look. I was looking more later. I'll take Boston University. I know that number's moved a little bit. They're actually playing pretty good basketball as of late. And Lafayette's just 5-14. Although Boston is 7-2, one thing they can do is shoot. They don't play much defense, but the other team can't shoot at all. They're hitting 49% field goal and 40% from three-pointer. So Lafayette's inability to shoot has me on Boston in that one. And let's see. Slight lean towards UNC Greensboro against BMI. UNC Greensboro just has a couple more players that can actually play and get some rebounding done. So definitely take those 2 as a lean.
There we go with Jorge. Move on over to El Ninos.
Yeah, I actually got more in this early block than I do in the later one, so maybe we'll balance that out a little bit. Starting off, had a small lean here to this over in the Texas-Kentucky game. 2 teams that can not necessarily the fastest pace, but I think they can go back and forth in this one. And shout out to Rod for this little stat. Texas 14-1 the over after a loss to a conference rival, so definitely quite the trend there. So let's take a slight lean to the over in that one. And next up, I kind of liked Murray State to get the job done there over Drake. They've traveled pretty well, 3-1 on the road, shooting the ball pretty well. So like them to keep it rolling here and win this one by 2 possessions plus. Looked at Liberty over Western Kentucky here, 4-1 on the road again. Another team that's traveled pretty well and is shooting the ball well from deep. So late with Liberty in that one. Smaller lead to Temple there over Rice. Just 2-2 on the road, but again, just think they get the job done this one. Not asking them to lay as many points either. So a small lean to Temple there, and that wraps it up for me in this block.
Yeah, with I don't know, say would like here in the early block. I'll take Georgetown plus the points. Looking at this Wildcats team, they missed the cover in 3 of 4 with bad defense. In those games, they missed the cover in 3 of them. They've given up 50% shooting or greater. So the defense has gone south here for Villanova. That defensive form, I don't want to lay near 10 points with them. So I'll take Georgetown here, who've covered the cover 2 straight with good 3-point shooting. I do like the coach, although he lost his mind early in the season. So I'll look at them here at that plus price. Give me Liberty. I'll take Liberty. I think they want to keep that in Conference USA, 15-3 overall. Looking at Liberty, they sit tops in both in offensive efficiency in the conference, 38% from 3, but 62% from 2-point distance, and they played 7 conference games. That's pretty impressive with that 2-point shooting. They make their free throws. They force turnovers. They defended 2-point shot very well. They've shot the ball well over the past month. Look at the WKU over the past month. They've hit just 37% from the floor, 31% from 3. I'll look at Liberty there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show. We'll close out college hoops with the games from 9 Eastern time and include the 11 Eastern time. 2 games, 11 Eastern time today. Some of the notables here would include, let's see, Nebraska's back in action, laying 11.5 at home against Washington. What else do we have here? Miss State and Texas A&M laying some big numbers. Arizona laying a big number at home against Cincinnati. What else do we have here? It's probably one of the better matchups here, a very late night here. San Diego State at Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon won. We've had a change of favor in this one.
Yeah.
1 now for Grand Canyon, 1.5 popping up as well. Also in this block, we have Northwestern USC. USC has moved up from 6 to 7. Northwestern still looking for the first conference win. So in this last block, let's see anything else. Game of note. Virginia Tech, Syracuse 4 in that one. West Virginia, Arizona State, ASU 2.5 in that one. So we start block 2 here with Jorge.
I don't care what that line move's done in that Grand Canyon game. This is actually probably one of the better offensive San Diego State teams we've seen in a long time. 48% from the field, 38% from long distance, and still playing really good defense, allowing 40% shooting overall. Grand Canyon's just not as good as before. They flew under the radar last year and went up in competition, so now they got to deal with some tougher teams. But San Diego State's the best team in the Mountain West Conference so far, as usual. Picking it up, the intensity there and leading the conference. Washington State, I like that over 154.5. They don't play much defense, but they're going to try to push the tempo a little bit. San Diego will probably go ahead with them. A lot of points there in Nebraska. It gets hard to stay undefeated. Might be a game where Washington can score and so can Nebraska. Washington's got some athletes, so slight lean to plus 11 on that one. And I don't know. They got Arizona State favored, slight lean towards West Virginia in that one.
There you go with Jorge. We move on over to Ninos.
Yeah, I'm going to touch on a couple games that Jorge just touched on. But sticking to that Washington-Nebraska game, yeah, I guess I'm kind of like getting the points in what I'm expecting to be a lower scoring game here. So I'll take the under with 2 teams that don't play particularly fast, and both teams trending pretty big to the under here. So I'll take another under in that matchup. The game, I agree on San Diego State. Usually, pretty that line move through the 0 can be pretty scary sometimes, but I'll just take the better line here on San Diego State. I think they come out and get the job done here. They've been playing great. So San Diego State for me. That's it.
There from El Ninos here. Tell you what I think here. Some of these games here. I like New Mexico to smash Fresno State at home here. Lobos have covered 9 of 10. Great shooting, great defense. A very good home court there here for this Lobos team. Bulldogs over the last month not shooting the ball well, just 41% overall. New Mexico here, first in defensive efficiency in the Mountain West, forcing turnovers, rebounding there, defending the three-point line pretty well. And Fresno State 11th in offensive efficiency in the conference, a team that turns the ball over. And I don't like the fact on defense in conference, they're giving up 57% shooting from two-point distance. I'll look here at the Lobos there, probably the number 2 team in the Mountain West, if not the number there. I agree with San Diego State here. The Antelopes not in their best shooting form over the past 2 weeks, 45% shooting, 31% from three. Look at the Aztecs here. Aztecs second in offensive efficiency in the conference and make threes pretty well. Good 2-point shooting team, secures the basketball. First in effective field goal defense in the conference. Great defending threes. Only giving up 43% inside. That's pretty good. The team that's also strong on the glass. So I'll take San Diego State. And boy, I would rather have the 6 with USC, but it's already moved to 7. This Northwestern team is really bad. Missed the cover in 5 of 6. Bad shooting. Trojans cover 3 straight with really good defense. Looking at this defense here for Northwestern over the past month, allowing 47% shooting. USC at home defends. I'll look at USC there in that spot. All right, let's continue here on the Tony X Morning Show as we'll turn our attention over to hockey. And, of course, what we do here in hockey, we've got Rod's show coming up at 1 Eastern time, Daily Dangle, complete thorough rundown on hockey with news from following the morning skates as well as goalie news. But in this segment, we'll just ask the Cappers, just give us what you got in hockey. We'll start with Jorge. What you got anything today in hockey?
Yeah, look for Utah to win on the puck line in that one. They play a lot better at home than they do on the road. They can score some points, and they got the better goalie in the matchup. There
we go with Jorge. Next up, we move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, I'll take a shot here on the Red Wings. Again, the Leafs haven't been terrible, but again, we've seen some of their famous inconsistencies again. The Red Wings coming in pretty hot here. Some of that value is gone now. I think money's come in on the Red Wings here, if I'm not mistaken already, but still like the price we're getting on them, so I'll take the Red Wings there. Yeah, Avs, Ducks, way overpriced, obviously. Is there much value in this one? Probably not, but I would look at the Avs on the puck line here, just a better team at home. Should get the job done without too much trouble there. And small lead in here to the Penguins to get it done in Calgary. Again, just playing some decent hockey coming into this one. One of my favorite plays of the night here, probably the Islanders going into Seattle. Laying a tiny number here, so I think it's a very fair price here on the Islanders. Kraken been struggling coming into this one on 4 straight losses, so I'll take a shot on the Islanders as well there.
There from Alninos. All right, we got you through our sports coverage. It's now time for our Parlay Peripheral segment, where our Cappers give it a parlay, team player, prop, game of the future. They make the call here. We start with Jorge.
Let's see. I'll take San Diego State on a parlay with the puck line with Utah.
There we go with Jorge. Next up, we move on over to Alninos.
Yeah, sorry, not much today, but gonna come up with one real quick here. Again, if you can do the teams to win both halves, I'd take both the. Let's see who we look at. We looked at the Celtics and the Pistons there. If not, let's look at some hockey. I'll take the Islanders. I'll take the Avalanche, and we'll go with Pittsburgh, the Penguins there.
There with Alninos. Yeah, I'll look at New Mexico to smash here. I'll take the points with Cincinnati, and then the NBA, I'll look to take the points with the Sacramento Kings. All right, we got you through our Parlay Purple segment. Now it's time to see what our Cappers have for sale over at Tony's Picks. Heading to a big week of action here with of course, NBA, NHL, college basketball in full swing right now. NFL Championship Sunday is coming up here. It's a good time to get that 7-day all sports pass, especially now with all these sports overlapping. That'll get you covered here for the football. And of course, guys, when you click the link in the description, that'll take you right over to our site over at Tony's Picks, where you can find all of our premium plays listed there with records and leaderboards showcasing top performances here from in our industry. We're loaded here with plays here ready to go here. Of course, Jorge, what do you got for sale today over at Tony's Picks?
I got a best bet, all 3 sports, and then a 3-pack of the best bets.
There you go, guys. Get on board with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. 3-pack up there for you right now. And a best bet from the NHL. A lot of action today up on the site from Jorge. Also, primetime game of the week.
3 best bets, Tony.
3 best bets.
3.
That's right. 3. There you go. A trio from Jorge. There you go. A trio. You got, was it? Yeah, it is a trio. I thought 1, 2, 3. 4 of them. You got 4 up there.
No, it's a 3-pack of best bets.
Oh, 3-pack of best bets. There we go. That's right. 3-pack of best bets up there from Jorge. So get on board right now. Up on the site, individual plays also up there, as you can see. And, of course, all of our one-day passes are profit guaranteed. They must earn a profit. Amount purchased is credited back to your account for site credits. That's profit guaranteed. So get on board with Jorge over at Tony's Picks. As we talked about, instead of buying these plays individually, look for that long-term subscription. That 7-day pass got you covered for all the sports coverage from Jorge as he's in action here from the major sports. And a promo code TonyT at checkout will knock off that 15%. So go ahead and get signed up. All right, we'll see what Al Ninos has got rolling over on the site for today. Al's had a great year here in 2026, sitting here with the 996 units of profit here. This is all based on $100 unit wage size. So, Al, what do you got for sale today?
Just so far, just one play in the NBA there. If you want to go check that out, but as you mentioned, always best to go with those long-term 2-for-1 capper passes. Pair me up with your favorite capper and get all those team plays emailed right to you.
There you go. And I'm over here with Al over at Tony's Picks play up there for you right now, profit guaranteed. And Al mentioned the late Steam plays. Our member plays are in the system by 11 a.m. Eastern time. And we continue to handicap throughout the day and night, finding those late winners for you. And then we can put in plays between 10 minutes and 2 hours worth of game time. Those are late Steam, and those are emailed right to your box using the email you use when you sign up for the service. Late Steam feature available here at TonySpicks.com. I don't see it anywhere else. Also, props included for no extra cost on all long-term subscriptions. We have automated the prop process for our cappers so they can easily enter in their prop plays. We also automatically grade them. So another feature there with the long-term subscriptions, props offered at no extra charge. So get on board with Al Ninos over at Tony's Picks, promo code TonyT. We'll save you that 15% off. All right, guys, I have a best bet on the board right now, working on the 3-pack as well. Looks like I'll have 4 premiums again for here for today. So get on board with me and use the promo code TonyT to save you that 15% off as well. Remember the 2-for-1 capper promotion. You can match me up with your favorite capper there with the 2-for-1 capper promo. Hey, guys, check us out here every day, 9:30 a.m. each time. It is the Tony's Picks morning show. And you guys can go right on over as well, over to our YouTube channel. Just type in Tony's Picks, and you'll get on over there by hitting the link to Tony's Picks. Your best way to navigate our site is just hit the homepage, because when you do that, you'll see all of our playlists. Anytime we're live, it's going to show up right here on the channel. Also, my NBA compilation, college hoops compilations are up there. The deep dives are ready to go. Chris with his prop list also up there for you as well. We have our NFL playlist. We have our college football playlist that's done for the season. That'll be coming down soon. NBA playlist as well, ready to roll here. Our college basketball. I got games in action as well as Ramon coming in with some college hoops. I think he's got you covered. Virginia Tech, Syracuse as well. A lot of plays today here from Ramon, Memphis, Tulsa, Texas, Kentucky up there as well. We got him in the short formats as well from Ramon up there on the channel with lots of great content up there from the late show. Also, 6 NHL picks here from Alessandro. We clipped his show, so all his plays are up there for you right now as well on the channel. So check those out here from Alessandro. Also in NBA is in action as well. So a lot of great content up there for you. We'll get the fight picks for the weekend fights. Mills and Alessandro has that covered. Our shorts up there for you right now are set. We got from Ramon. We got the clips from the shows and more. So guys, check it out here on the Tony morning show here. Of course, Jorge, we got you here. Catch you here on the mornings here on this channel, and sometimes throughout the other shows as well.
Yeah, I might jump on the hockey show just to ask what a dangle is.
There you go. That's a good question. That's a good one there. I want to find out too. And of course, Al Ninos have you pretty much a fixture on the morning show, but we've seen some on-demand content from you as well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely one more more morning shows lately, but yeah. So keep tuning in early. But definitely check out all that great content. Make sure you tune into the other live shows as well. And yeah, tons of great videos over at Tony's Picks YouTube channel.
That's right, guys. 5 live shows on the channel. When you hit the live tab, you'll find the replays of our show here in the morning. Night Moves with Ramon and DeAndre. Complete rundown of the entire card. Thorough rundown, deep dive in there with Ramon there and DeAndre. So check out Night Moves. Because you can't catch it live, just hit the replay. You get full, all actionable sports picks here from both of them here. Alessandro with the look ahead line. Get ahead of the line moves with Alessandro on the look ahead show, midnight Eastern time here on the 26 YouTube channel. Happy hour with Rod and Company. That's your last look at the games before they start. So get all that late information, late moves and whatnot, late move plays. Check it out on the happy hour with Rod and Company there. We'll obviously Ron Crawford in there, Brian in there. Some of the guys show up as well. Also, our Daily Dangle is a hockey theme show at 1 Eastern time with Rod there. So Daily Dangle, you often see Ron in there. You'll see Steve Duncan in there and more. So check out, and you may see Jorge in the Daily Dangle. Jorge had a winning day yesterday. He had some hockey up there. So check out the Daily Dangle with Rod and Company there, 1 Eastern time. Lots going on the Tony's Morning Show. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Greatly appreciate that, as our YouTube channel has grown considerably over the years, from 1 live show to five live shows, and probably more coming up. So lots of great content there. Don't forget, support us with going to our channel and going over to our site at tonyswitch.com and picking up our best bets and our premium plays. We always appreciate that. Appreciate all the viewers here on our channel for today. Solo was in there. Bo Dunn. We're going to see Bo Dunn back here soon. Of course, he's got some plays for you up there for today. Andrew, always appreciate your contributions in the chat. Got some plays for you as well. Yeah, well, soon to our man Ron Hahn. Ron Hahn said, well, I'll let you tell him, but he's recovering. He'll be in full blown, hopefully soon. Get his his wheels back as well there from our man Ron Hahn. Here I am there as well. Have a winning day to everybody as well. All right, that's gonna do it for the show. Let's actually, since this is the big news here. Obviously, we have some line moves in these championship games. We've seen the Patriots 4.5 and 5 in some spots, so that's come down from the opener of 6. And the Rams, the Rams Seahawks, it's the threes are gone. It's 2.5 there. Any just overall general thoughts here, Jorge, on Championship Sunday?
I didn't know it even got to any threes. I saw that it started at 1.5, and I have no answer for that. Obviously, I know they don't want the hook, but it's just wild. Just on the travel schedule alone. Of course they play tight all year long, but for that to stay that under a 3 that long and not even get up there just normally, I mean, you're talking about a venue, and I have a good buddy of mine, Rams fan. He's going up there. He's trying to decide if he's going to wear his Rams jersey or wear his jacket over it. I said, I'd rather wear a jacket over it to start and just kind of see where you're at. Seattle hasn't had a reputation for being too nasty like the Raiders were in LA, but still a rivalry. But they've never lost a home playoff game in that stadium. They've never lost a conference championship in that stadium. So well rested. They know each other, but you have a better coach, a Super Bowl coach with the Super Bowl quarterback. It'll be interesting, but just perplexed by that line that it's under that. The only way to bet that is if you like Seattle, it's a -2.5, and if you like the Rams, it's plus the money line. Haven't decided yet which way I'm going with that.
Yeah, if you're looking for threes, it's juice. Circa has 2.5 juice at 20 cents and 17 at BOL. DraftKings juices at 15. But I'm thinking, Jorge, if the threes are popping up, you may have some sharp guys just grabbing it. You think?
Oh yeah, they're absolutely. That's 100% what happened. They're just staying away from any sharp movement. And if we saw in the Miami-Indiana game, 7.5 was just kind of trying to trick them a little bit. They waited. I think they pumped it up. I think the sharp guys pumped it up to 8.5, and they pounded it all the way back. Even Pinnacle had it down to 7. So anybody that risked didn't move that line down, obviously got pounded. Pinnacle avoided getting pounded. So I think that was not a good day for the books. I think the sweethearts of college football season, and rightfully so, probably took a lot of the action. So, yeah, they're avoiding that 3.5. They know that the Sharks will pound that. But it also shows that they think that LA might be able to take him out here.
Yeah, divisional dog situation there. Or Alinos, any thoughts here on these games coming up on Sunday?
Well, speaking of the 3 or the 3 and the hook popping up, yeah, it looks like at least on Pinnacle, I think this got knocked back down a little bit. I'm seeing a +3 -130 there. So I'm guessing it was around -125 or so when somebody probably hit that rather than the 2.5, I'm guessing. Maybe a move on the Rams money line as well. But yeah, that 2.5, -2.5 was -11 earlier. Now it's -108 again. So it did come back down a little bit already, at least on Pinnacle. So definitely something to watch for. And again, yes, if the threes do pop up, I don't expect them to last long. As you said, maybe it would stay stuck on 3, but I definitely don't expect many 3.5s to pop up.
Yeah, I know. So interesting with all these prediction markets work like call sheet. Or have you keep an eye on any of these prediction markets now? Now there's big changes. Now there's really no law. It's kind of wild west there with these prediction markets with Robinhood and taking your stock account and betting games. It's really betting games.
I mean, I follow a lot of foreign policy stuff, so I wish some of it would pop up there. But it's kind of wild, man. There's been some insider trading on that. I've noticed some things that have popped up that have come up, so that's gotten a little bit wild. They got to be crazy to take the action. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of that. I haven't really seen too much in the sports world. But, things where other people can have inside information comes up on there. So, I don't know. If you hear something, if you get some inside info out there on something, then maybe go over there and check Parlay Market. Because if you got the inside info, you might win. So
that's right.
You do have some connections. Definitely keep an eye open to what may come up on there and have a betting number on it.
Yeah, Parlay Market's a crowd industry. The volume, the handle they have is amazing. How many the millions and millions of dollars that they're going to handle in these games. I mean, the money, the standalone games alone has been
anything. I mean, sports, but anything. Yeah. You got inside information on anything. Doesn't even have to be sports. Definitely go check out and see what the number is on there. You can make some cash.
Oh man, that is exactly right there. Yeah, see how that rolls here. The Parlay Markets here taking huge money here. You're betting against everybody else there in the marketplace. Interesting. Just a quick look at the weather. Early forecast has all changed. Looks like we're not going to have any precipitation. Less than 10% chance in both venues. 7% chance in Denver. 6% chance Seattle. Looks like in Denver so far the forecast says 27 degrees, 7-mile-per-hour wind, 42 degrees. That's balmy for a Seattle game there. 42 degrees, 2-mile-an-hour wind. So. Or I know you keep a close tab on the weather. It looks like so far might be okay for these games.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anything substantial, which obviously will help the offense. Now I don't know what the offense could look like with Denver, but an interesting story came out. Mix was clutch. He could do the comebacks, right? That's why he's the starting quarterback. He has it. There's no doubt about it. He can come back and win a game. But what I forgot Stidham?
Stidham, yeah.
Stidham. He's actually, when he started, like 65% completion. He hasn't been a dud. I mean, he is a serviceable backup that can come in and win a game. Now, can he put two together is another question. There's a reason he's not a backup, but it's probably consistency. But they didn't ask Nix to do a whole lot. They didn't throw the ball all over the place. And I believe Dobbins might be back in this game, so they may go run heavy. So it'd be interesting. That came down from 6 to 4.5, and it stayed there. Obviously, I got pounded down by immediately by sharps or probably anybody else betting. So, weather's not a factor, but the totals obviously might be a play to look at.
Yeah, it might be a play to look there with the weathers and totals. Of course, Stidham, they play a lot in the preseason. These backups do put up pretty good preseason numbers from what I looked at.
Good regular season numbers. They showed us stats. Yeah. It's a game management. It's game management numbers. If he can complete some third downs, it may not be a blowout. I don't think it'll be a blowout.
See, that's what I'm saying, Jorge, is having a game manager or quarterback for a team like Denver. That Denver should be competitive, right?
Any team. If you have a defense that can run the ball, it's all you need. Is someone who can not throw interceptions and complete some third downs.
That's Houston. Just look for a game manager, Texans.
Trent Dilfer. Yep,
just game manager there. Maybe some say Darnold's that. We'll see how that rolls.
He can throw some bombs, though. I mean, he could air it out.
Yeah. All right. That'll do it here for the show, guys. Thanks for everyone joining us in the chat and the cappers as well. Any closing thoughts from you guys before we close it out?
That's it.
All right, guys. Make it a winning day. We'll wake up out of you guys. You guys make it a winning when we're back tomorrow here on the Tony 6 Morning Show.